from the Veda base Bhagavad Gita? Do you have the link of the Bhagavad Gita? Karan and Anu, do you have them? Maybe they're not able to hear me. Are you able to hear me, Kalpesh? Yeah, you can post the link if you like, or I can post the link.
Yeah, I don't have the link.
Okay.
Can you please post it?
Yeah, Kalpesh is doing it as we speak.
Okay.
So if you open the chapter 1 in that one, and then we will tell you the verse which you have to hit on. Your prayers before we start reading Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 So today we will be reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 5. I've just shared my screen with you. What was the verse we discussed last week? Anyone remembers?
I think it was 1.4.
तो आप भी आ जाओ बेटा, हम क्लास अटेंड करेंगे, जल्दी आओ, बस भगवत वासुदेवा की क्लास हो रही, जल्दी आओ, कम चेयर इधर करो।
Was it 1.4, Kalpesh?
Yes, we discussed 1.4.
Okay, so we'll read from 1.5. Everyone on this page?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I can see Kalpesh and Ritambhara Mataji. Is everyone else there? Rishi, Naisha, and Karananu?
Yes,
Can't
we
see
are
you
there.
guys. Okay, okay. If you can start your videos, that will be great. I will. You can repeat the Hare Krishna, Naisha. So please start your video. So when I do the verse, I can see you reciting as well.
Hare Krishna.
Prashant is here with us as well. Okay, so we'll recite 1.5. Please see on my screen. धृष्टकेतुश्चकेतानः
Drishtaket.
So it's धृष्टकेतु
Drishtaket.
केतानः
Kitantanah.
काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान्
काशीराजस्य वीर्यवान्
पुरुजीत कुन्तिभोजश्च
पुरुजीत कुन्तिभोजश्च
शैब्यश्च नरपुङ्गवः
शैभश्च नरपुङ्गवः
धृष्टकेतुश्च कीतानः
धृष्टकेतुश्च कीतानः
काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान्
काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान्
पुरुजीत कुन्तिभोजश्च
पुरुजीत कुन्तिभोजश्च
शैब्यश्च नरपुङ्गवः
शैभश्च नरपुङ्गवः
धृष्टकेतुश्च केतानः
धृष्टकेतुश्च केतानः
काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान्
काशीराजश्च वीर्यवान्
पुरुजीत कुन्तिभोजश्च
पुरुजीत कुन्तिभोजश्च
शैब्यश्च नरपुङ्गवः
शैभश्च नरपुङ्गवः
Okay, we'll go word by word, understanding these different, these are names of different people who are fighting the war. So we'll know each one of them. So first is Drishtaketu. Anyone knows who's Drishtaketu?
Meaning.
Anyone? Okay. Drishtaketu was the son of Shishupal. Does anyone know who Shishupal?
No, Shishupal.
No, forgot.
Shishupal. Shishupal was the one who wanted to marry Rukmini, but Rukmini
Oh.
wanted to marry Lord Sri Krishna. So Lord Sri Krishna went and took Rukmini away from her kingdom, and Shishupal got angry with that, and he tried to abuse Krishna in a court. He tried to speak all foul words, but he was given a threshold of only giving 100 foul words or 100 bad words to Krishna. As soon as he said the 100 bad word, Krishna wouldn't forgive him. He'll kill him. That was the boon given to the mother of Shishupal from Krishna. So in a court, when Shishupal gave over 100 bad words to Krishna, he took his Siddharshan Chakra and killed Shishupal. Okay, that's the background of Shishupal. But Drishta Ketu is the son of Shishupal. Shishupal was the king of a place called Chedi. He was the king of Chedi. Chedi Naresh Shishupal. That's how they used to address him. So Drishta Ketu was the son of Shishupal. That is one of the warriors. Next one. I'll share my screen. Okay, can you read the verse? All of you? Can you see the verse? Who's the
Yes.
next one after Drishta Ketu?
Can you share the screen?
Okay, are you able to go to the verse 1.5? That will give you an exercise to go to that particular link which
Link.
Kalpesh has sent.
Yeah, I have seen it.
Okay,
Okay,
so can everyone go to that link and go to chapter 1 and verse 5? It'll give you an idea of where the Bhagavad Gita text is.
in library.
Text 1.5.
Correct.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what we read just
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yes.
So we discussed about Drishtaketu.
Drishtaketu, Kashi Raja,
No, what is after Drishtaketu?
Shri Kitan,
Chekitana.
Jay Kitan.
Anyone knows who's Chekitana?
Next 5.
Chekitan.
Chekitan.
Yeah. Anyone knows who's Chekitana? Have you heard about this word Chekitana? No?
No.
Okay. I just said, just before I said Chekitana, I said Drishtaketu. So did anyone think a little bit more? Why would Drishtaketu fight for the Pandavas?
I think he was married to someone's relative from.
Okay. Who was Drishtaketu? Son of
Son of
Shishupal,
Shishupal.
Son of
Shishupal. Yeah.
Shishupal was killed by whom?
Shri Krishna.
Lord Krishna.
Lord Sri Krishna. So how can how could Drishtaketu fight for Lord Sri Krishna?
Maybe he realized the truth.
No, he was actually the brother of Nakul's wife. So Nakul married Shishupal's daughter. You know who's Nakul?
Yeah, one of the Pandavas.
Correct. Nakul's mother's name was
Madhuri.
Madri. Madri, not Madhuri. Madri. Madri. Okay, Madri. Who was the second wife of Pandu? Okay, so Nakul's wife, she was the sister of Drishtaketu. That is why Drishtaketu had to fight for the Pandavas, although his father was killed by Lord Sri Krishna and he was still fighting for him. Yeah? You have to do something against your will sometimes, right? For relationships.
He was doing Jija Seva.
That's what Drishtaketu was doing. Okay. just to understand.
Did want to fight.
Prabhuji,
But although he was doing the right thing, yeah,
but
underlying he
Prabhuji,
was
you know,
doing
I
the right.
mean,
Yeah.
last week we had a discussion where you showed us so many complications in families, like this one married to that one, having kids there, and now
Yes.
today we are you're explaining a very different complication altogether.
No, it's not a complication. So Shishupal is a very common story known. I mean, if you have seen a bit of Mahabharata, know a bit about Mahabharata, Shishupal is a very known character. That's how Rukmini and Krishna got married. So that's a very nice pastime of the Lord. So if
So
you get to read,
sorry,
sorry,
Shishupal
yeah.
has got a relation cousin also. He was cousin also Krishna, I think somehow was
So
some.
there were distant relationships, yes, distant relationship between Shishupal, but the main relationship why Dhrishtaketu was fighting, respect to our verse, was because Dhrishtaketu's sister was married to Nakula. That's the reason he was fighting. Otherwise, he was the son of Shishupal.
Yeah.
So that was his whole thing. Then next was Chekitana. Yes, are you with the verse? Can you see the verse?
Yes.
Chekitana. Anyone knows who's Chekitana?
No.
Any guesses? Yes. Yes. Chekitana.
No. We don't
Okay.
know.
All right. So Chekitana was also fighting from whose side are we talking now at the moment? The warriors
Pandav.
of which side?
Pandav.
Pandavas.
Pandavas, right? Yeah. So it is mentioned in Mahabharata about Chekitana was also one of the kings who was present at the Swayamvar of Draupadi, and he was in the from the kingdom of Panchal. Okay. So he was somehow related to the Panchal kingdom, so he had to also fight for Pandavas. Who's the next warrior?
Kashi,
Kashiraj.
Kashiraj. Anyone knows who's Kashiraj?
the king of Kashi that time.
Okay, anyone else? So Kashiraj was the father of those three princesses, Amba, Ambalika, Ambika.
Ah,
Anyone knows who are these three?
yes, I remember.
So
Yeah.
who's
Wife
Ambika and
of,
Ambalika? We
wife
discussed
of
this last week, right?
Vichitra
Same.
Correct. These two
daughter
are the wives of Vichitravir
Vichitra
and the mothers of Pandu and Dhritarashtra.
Pandu Dhritarashtra.
Yeah, yeah. So Kashiraj was the father of these three princesses. Okay. All
Okay.
right. Next, who's the next one in 1.5?
Prabhuji, why
Yes.
he chose to fight against Dhritarashtra's son? I mean, in a way, he should have been neutral. Kashiraj.
Yeah, he should have been neutral, right? He should have been. Uh, but what would he do? What would he choose?
I think at that time everybody had to choose A or B. I think that was
Correct.
the situation.
Correct. So what happened was, I'll tell you. So whenever there is to be a battle like this, so when two armies will fight among each other, they would ask that, do you think that you are fighting on the right side, on the correct side, on the dharma side? This is what happened in Mahabharata also. So whoever is thinking that he is not fighting on the correct or the dharmic side can change any soldiers. So that way many people went like this and that. Okay. So there was a choice. Yes. Okay. So next one, who is that?
Viryavan.
Viryavan means very powerful. So it's not a name of a person. Viryavan means the one who's very powerful. So who's speaking this verse? Who's saying this verse?
Sanjay.
Okay, Sanjay is narrating it to Dhritarashtra, but who's actually speaking these words? Sanjay is
Duryodhan.
narrating. Correct. Duryodhan is speaking about all these things. To whom is he speaking?
Dronacharya.
Correct. Good. So everyone with me here? Everyone is on the same page?
Yes. Yes, it's from last week, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Of course, yes. So when we finish our session, you have to go back and open the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita as it is does not mean to be kept as it is. It has to be read also. Okay. So take some time out and revise what we do every week just to get a bit of a background. All right. So next one is who? After this one, after Drishtaketu, Chekitana, Kashiraj, who are very powerful, as Duryodhan says. Next one is
Purujit.
Purujit. And after that it is, who's that?
Kunti
Kunti
Bhoj.
Bhoj. Any guesses who's Purujit and Kunti Bhoj?
Kunti Bhoj is Kunti's father.
Correct. And who's Purujit? Who's Purujit? Purujit is Kunti Bhoja's son.
Mhm.
Okay. But not the biological brother of Kunti. So what does that make Kunti? Kunti was adopted by Kunti Bhoj.
Okay.
Okay. Just a brief, we'll not go much into detail, but just for your brief understanding. All right. So Purujit was the son of Kunti Bhoj. All right. Who's the next one? And Kunti Bhoj was the father of Kunti. So next one in the
Saibya.
verse, Shaibya.
Shaibya.
So when you see a dash on top of S, it means Sha. Shaibya.
Hmm.
Who's Shaibya? Any guesses? Yes. So Shaibya was a king of a place called Sibi and father-in-law of Yudhishthir, not the father of Draupadi. Who was the father of Draupadi?
Drish.
No, Drishtadimna was brother of Draupadi.
Brother.
Who was the father of Draupadi?
Drupad.
Drupad. Good. So the father-in-law of Yudhishthir. So that means Yudhishthir and other Pandavas, they were also married to someone else, also apart from Draupadi. Okay. So don't be in this assumption that Pandavas were only married to Draupadi. They had other wives also. Okay.
So in that time, there was no restriction as such.
Restriction? What
To
do you mean
marry
by
only
restriction?
Marry only one.
Yeah. So Kshatriyas could marry multiple ladies because they could protect them. So it was not based on your desire. It was based on whether you can protect them, because Brahmanas were in the mode of preaching and teaching and all those other activities. Although they got married, but they were limited with the protection of their wives. But Kshatriyas could protect more people and ladies also. That's why they could marry.
So at that time, I mean, the law was like Kshatriya could marry more than one, and whereas the other.
Law was managed by the Kshatriyas.
Oh.
Kshatriyas were the law. They were the administrators. Although that law was defined by the Brahmanas and implemented by the Kshatriyas.
Okay.
Now the law is created by the Shudras and implemented by the Shudras, correct?
Hmm.
That is the difference. Sorry.
You
I
all
got
have to
David.
implement.
Sorry, Mataji. What?
You all have to implement.
So Kshatriyas, actual Kshatriyas were implementing it, but that it was defined by the Brahmanas. So even if the Kshatriya would marry he had multiple wives, he would take the consent from the Guru, from the Sadhu, from the Brahman. He will take the consent and then he will marry. Okay.
And I
Does
think
it answer your question?
and I think it's the political reason also they marry to different, different
That
states.
also, yeah, that also been discussed by the Brahmanas, by the Raj Gurus and the Brahmanas. So the voting system, like how we choose the people, how we choose a leader. The Brahmanas used to choose and they used to drive it. So the quality people will vote and they will choose, not everyone. That's how the Vedic system was.
Mhm.
Yeah. So choice was given to the learned, to the first class people, who were the Brahmanas. Brahmanas does not mean who's born in the Brahman family. Please don't misunderstand me. Okay. Brahmana is by the nature, first class person with his activities. Okay, I'll come back to
So,
that. Got
Prabhuji,
deviated.
sorry,
Yeah.
can I ask something very little bit of deviated question? Is that okay? Or like we always
Okay.
discuss about Brahman and Kshatriyas, but we never talk about Shudras, where people in today's time, unfortunately, especially in India, they are like seen like a backward people.
Backward people. How
Yeah.
backward?
I mean, they've been given extra mileage in universities or in government jobs
You're talking
because
about the
they are from.
caste. You're not talking about Shudra.
Yeah.
There's a difference between caste and a Shudra.
Okay. Got it now.
So
Yeah.
what do you mean by Shudra is very important.
Yeah.
The caste is defined by us.
Not by our
But
system, right?
but the Shudra is defined by his own nature, not by anyone else.
Okay.
You
Got
can't
it.
stamp someone to be a Shudra. He's Shudra by himself. You can't tell someone that you are a Shudra. Or you can't make someone a Shudra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Shudra is by the nature. Vaishya is by the nature. So if there is someone who's a Vaishya, who's a businessman, even if he's doing a work of a Shudra, say for example, he's doing a lot of laborious work somewhere, he'll somehow do the business and come up. Because his nature is a Vaishya.
Okay.
Okay? And who's someone whose nature is a Shudra and he's given a lot of money and billions of dollars, he'll bring it down to $0 because his nature is Shudra. He cannot do it. He's not a Vaishya. You would see examples in today's times also. I don't have to tell you the names. Okay? All right. So where are we? Who is Shebya? Shebya was the father-in-law of Yudhishthir. So if you look at all this, you'll see that Mahabharata was a battle between the relatives. They were all related to each other. So you'll find all the kings, everyone, they were all related to each other. You'll find that same similarity with World War I. If you look at it carefully, the kings who were the Greeks, Romans, all those fought with each other, they were all relatives to each other. So it's not that this war was any different. Of course, Mahabharata was a much bigger war, but it was all among the relatives. Okay, I can see a few people here. Harideyaha, Vikas, and Abhijit. Okay, Abhijit, I can see him, so he's got two. So Vikas and Harideya just join us. Hare Krishna, both of you. If you are, there. I don't know if you're on a break. All right. So Shebya was the father-in-law of Yudhishthir. So next one, who's after that? So they were all Narapungava. They were heroes. They were like real warriors. Okay. So these are the a few, warriors which Duryodhana is talking about to
Dronacharya.
Dronacharya. So we'll read 1.6 now. I'll share my screen with you. Okay, someone has. Oh, Vikas is saying that he can't hear anything. All of you can hear?
Yes.
So maybe something
Yes.
with his earphones or with your earphones or speakers. Okay, so we'll go on to verse 1.6. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Please repeat after me. Yudha manyuscha vikrant
Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta
uttamojascha viryavan
Uttamojascha Viryavan
saubhadro draupadeyascha
Saubhadro Draupadeyascha
sarva eva maharathaah
Sarva eva Maharathaah
Yudhamanyuscha vikrant
Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta
uttamojascha viryavan
Uttamojascha Viryavan
saubhadro draupadeyascha
Saubhadro Draupadeyascha
sarva eva maharathaah
Sarva eva Maharathaah
Yudhamanyuscha vikrant
Yudhamanyuscha Vikranta
uttamojascha viryavan
Uttamojascha Viryavan
saubhadro draupadeyascha
Saubhadro Draupadeyascha
sarva eva maharathaah.
Sarva eva Maharathaah.
Okay, so some more names here. First one in this verse,
Yudhamanyu.
Yudhamanyu. Anyone knows who's Yudhamanyu? Okay, so Yudhamanyu was a prince of Panchal royal family. Anyone knows what is Panchal?
Drupad's kingdom was Panchal.
Correct. So Panchal was Drupad's kingdom, whose daughter was Draupadi. So he was from the Pandavas' in-laws side. Yudhamanyu. Okay. Next one. So Vikrantah. Vikrantah means very mighty. It's not the name of a person. Very mighty. Yudhamanyuscha Vikrantah Uttamauja. Uttamauja was also the prince from
Panchal.
Panchal kingdom. So Uttamauja as well as Yudhamanyu, both were the princes from the Panchal kingdom. That is from the Drupada side. So Viryavan, very powerful. All these great fighters. Then we have Saubhadro. Who's Saubhadro?
Abhimanyu.
Abhijit and Rishi, please don't answer.
Okay.
Sorry.
Subhadra Putra Abhimanyu.
Yeah, good, Naisha. So Saubhadro was, what do you mean by Saubhadro? Saubhadro means son of Subhadra. So that's how the name is, names are taken. So who's the son of Radha?
Radheya.
Radheya. And who was that?
Karna.
Karna, correct. So similarly, you will have these names. Who is the son of Pritha?
Arjun.
Yes. What was his name called? Partha.
Parth.
So
Partha.
Partha is the son of Pritha. That's why his name is Partha. So that's how you address someone, by relating to his mother. So there was one more name of Arjun based on the name of his mother. Can anyone say that?
Konte?
Kaunteya.
Konteya. Correct. So Konteya is Kunti's son, is also Konteya. So Saubhadro. So Saubhadro means Abhimanyu, son of Subhadra. He was a fearsome warrior. Then next one is Draupadi-yascha. So Draupadi. So who are Draupadi? Son of Draupadi, sons of Draupadi. There were many sons of Draupadi from various Pandavas. Sarva eva Maharathaha. So they are all great chariot fighters. So who is a Maharathi? Did we do this? The table of different warriors. So who's a Maharathi?
Um,
Who can win on 10 chariots, I think.
Who can fight? Who can win 10 chariots?
10 chariots.
Okay. Anyone else?
Mighty
is it
King.
100?
Okay. Don't guess. I think we have done this. Why are you guys guessing? We did do this, right? You want me to open the slide again for you? Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. So we did the whole list of the Rathi, Maharathi, Ardharathi, Atirathi. We did all that, right? So we'll check that now.
12 Athirathi.
12 Atirathi. Good. Is equal to 1 Maharathi. So we'll open that now. Soldiers classification. I'll show that to you. So this is very simple.
प्रभु जी हम बॉम्बे में जब हम क्रिकेट खेलते थे किसी के लंबा सिक्स दिया ना तब उसको महारथी बोलते थे.
Okay. So see, a Padatik is just a person who is a soldier. Ashvarohi on horse. Gaja on the Ardharathi. And Maharathi, a warrior who is considered equal to 12 Atirathis. So Atirathi, a warrior is equal to 12 Rathis. So Ratha is a Ardharathi. So Rathi means someone who's on the Ratha, 1. So Maharathi would be 12 into 12, 144, right? Or 12 into 12 plus 12, 24. How many? A Maharathi equal to how many Rathis? So one Maharathi can fight against how many charioteers?
12 Athirathi.
Yes. So it will be 144 into 12, right? Correct?
1728.
So that was the Maharathi. So this is what we're talking about, Maharathis. So these are the Maharathis. That's why these names in Bhagavad Gita, in Mahabharata. So that was the power of these. That's why Duryodhana is mentioning them. That they're extremely powerful, these guys. Exclusive names. Okay. All right. Now we'll go to 1.7. Please open that verse. Okay, 1.7. अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाय
तान्निम्बोध द्विजोत्तम
तान्निबोध द्विजोत्तम
नायका मम सैन्यस्य
नायका मम सैन्यस्य
संज्ञार्थतान् ब्रवीमि ते।
संज्ञार्थतां ब्रवीमि ते।
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
तान्निम्बोध द्विजोत्तम
तान्निबोध द्विजोत्तम
नायका मम सैन्यस्य
नायका मम सैन्यस्य
संज्ञार्थतान् ब्रवीमि ते।
संज्ञार्थं तान् ब्रवीमि ते।
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये
तान्निबोध द्विजोत्तम
तान्निबोध द्विजोत्तम
नायका मम सैन्यस्य
नायका मम सैन्यस्य
संज्ञार्थतान् ब्रवीमि ते।
संज्ञार्थं तान् ब्रवीमि ते।
He says, but for your information, of best of the Brahmanas, who is telling whom?
Duryodhan to Dronacharya.
Duryodhan to Dronacharya. He's telling him, but for your information, O best of Brahmana. So Dronacharya was a Brahman. Let me tell you about the captains who are specially qualified to lead my military force. So now he's changing the topic. He is diverting the focus on his own military, because he's a very, politically correct person. So he doesn't want to emphasize too much on the opponent's army in front of Dronacharya. Otherwise, it may not be that good. He may not boost his morale. So he has already disturbed him a little bit about whom?
Position.
Drupad.
Yes. Yes, Drupad. And who else? He said that you gave training to this guy and he is the chieftain now. Who's that guy?
Drishtadumna.
Who's the, yeah, okay, Drishtadumna. All right. So who's the Senapati or the commander-in-chief of Pandavas? Karan and Anu?
Earlier it was Bhishma. Bhishma.
1 minute, Naisha.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yes, Karan Anu. Who is the commander-in-chief of Pandavas?
No idea. Sorry.
No idea. It is Drishtadumna.
Drishtadumna.
So Drishtadumna was the son of Drupad,
Drupad.
and Drupad had one more child. Her name was Draupadi.
Draupadi.
So Draupadi and Drishtadumna were brother and sister, and their father was Drupad. And Drishtadumna was the commander-in-chief, Senapati of Pandava's force.
Hmm.
Okay, so Duryodhan had already disturbed Dronacharya, talking about Drishtadumna, that he was born to kill you, and Drupad, who was your friend, but then you were on loggerheads with him. So they both are there fighting against you. So he has instigated him already, but now he doesn't want to do that too much. He wants to bring the focus back to his own army and inspire him. So he will change the focus now and he'll speak about his own army. That's what Duryodhan will do. So we'll go to the next verse, which is 1.8. I have prepared some PowerPoint slides so that you understand these verses well. I'll share them with you. Okay. All right. We will read the verse first and then we will try to understand. You able to hear me? Yeah. Good. I'll share my screen. 1.8. भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
भवान्
भवान्
भीष्मश्च
भीष्मश्च
कर्णश्च
कर्णश्च
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
कृपश्च
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
अश्वत्थामा
अश्वत्थामाविकर्णश्च
नश्च
सोमदत्त इतस्तथैव च
सोमदत्त इतस्तथैव च
तथैव च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
अश्वत्थामाविकर्णश्च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च
सोमदत्तिस्तथैव च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च
अश्वत्थामाविकर्णश्च
सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च
सोमदत्तिस्तथैव च
तथैव च
Can someone read the translation, please?
There are personalities like
हम नहीं कर सकते वो उनकी स्क्रीन है
very
उसको हटाओ
नहीं करो आप अनुजी नो वरीज
okay. There are personalities like you, Bhishma, Karan, Kripa, Ashwathama, Vikarana, and the son of Somdat called Purvisra, who were always victorious in the battle.
Hmm. So, who are these people whom he is talking about? The first word, Bhavan. Who's Bhavan? Okay, Duryodhan is talking to Dronacharya.
Dronacharya is Bhavan.
So, Dronacharya is Bhavan. So, he is addressing him first. Although the commander-in-chief of Kauravas is Bhishma Pitamaha. Okay, but Duryodhan is taking Dronacharya's name first, Bhavan Bhishmascha. So first you, and then Bhishma, then commander-in-chief. Although he's the grandfather of Duryodhan and also a Kshatriya. But the reason why he's addressing Dronacharya first is because Dronacharya is a Brahman. So Brahman takes the position above Kshatriya. That is why he's been addressed first. If he would have said Bhishma first, Drona might feel a little, that my name was not addressed before Bhishma. But Bhishma may not feel bad because he also considers Drona to be Brahman. That was the understanding during that culture, during that times. Okay, so Brahmana will always be addressed first. That's what Duryodhan is doing. Very politically correct person. So he's addressing Bhavan Bhishma. There are personalities like you. So he is inspiring him now because he has already disturbed him a little bit in the previous verses. So he's changing his tone now and he is inspiring him like you and Bhishma. Bhavan Bhishmascha. And the next name is Karna. Is Karna there in the battlefield? Please don't answer. The old people, please don't answer. Let the new people answer. Is Karna there in the battlefield?
No, Karan, I think comes in the like ninth day or 10th day of the war.
Very nice, very good. So where is Karan? Where is Karan? Where is Karna? And why is he not there? Any ideas? Okay. The previous people also from the other set can also answer now if you're okay. Why Karna is not there?
I can answer. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Who
Please
would
go ahead.
like to answer?
I think Naisha said.
Okay. Naisha, do you want to try?
Yeah, I want to try. The question is
Okay.
vulgar, sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
No
why
problem.
Karna came later on? Because
No,
Bhishma asked him not to come because Bhishma was the commander from Kaurva's side. So he
yes.
said, if I will be the commander, then Karan won't
No.
fight.
No. Bhishma did not reject him. No. That was not the case. Anyone else? Although Bhishma was the commander, you are right, Naisha, that Bhishma was the commander in chief, but he did not reject Karna. He did not reject
Okay,
Karna to come here. Yeah. He did not say that
okay,
you don't come. No.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So it was the other way around. Karna said, I will not come. So commander in chief was Bhishma. And when they were ranking all the soldiers, Rathis, Maharathis were ranking, Bhishma ranked Karna very low.
Um,
And Karna became furious. He said, why am I being ranked low? It's like you're telling Sachin Tendulkar to bat at the 11th. That's what he felt. But although he was not Sachin Tendulkar, he didn't prove his credentials before, unfortunately. But he
Sir,
felt like that. Yes.
I think that was the policy of Bhishma to make Karna
No,
sit back.
no policy. Why he ranked him low was because he was to be ranked low. He did not prove his credentials before. He never won any war which he fought against the Pandavas or he fought single-handedly with anyone. Only time he could show his skills was at the exhibition ceremony. That's the only time. And he could impress Duryodhan. After that, whenever there was a face-off with Arjun or anyone else, he always lost. Okay, one incident I'll give you. When all the princes who were studying under Dronacharya in Dronacharya's Gurukul, when they finished their studies and the exhibition was also done, when Karna showed his skills to and impressed Duryodhan and became his friend, at that time he wanted Karna wanted to fight against Arjun, and he was told, "What are your credentials in terms of who are you? Give us your identification ID." He could not give his ID as a Kshatriya. So he was not allowed to fight against Arjun. No face off. Later on,
But that's not fair. Sorry, but
one
that's
minute,
not fair.
Kalpesh. 1 minute, Kalpesh. Yeah, I'll tell you what happened after that. The fair trial was given later. The fair trial was given not only to Karna but to Duryodhan also. When Dronacharya asked them to go and fight against Drupad and bring Drupad as fight with him and bring Drupad to him because he had some scores to settle with Drupad. They both went, not just Karna. Karna, Duryodhan, and the army. They all went, they fought, and they lost very badly. And they were kicked out of Panchal. And then Arjuna was asked, would you like to go now? And then he went. And single-handedly he fought the whole army of Drupad and got Drupad on his knees to Dronacharya. And that time Drupada got very angry with Dronacharya, but he was really influenced by Arjun's military intelligence. That's when he was attracted to Arjun. And later on, when Arjun got married to Draupadi, he was very happy. So that was one face off. Next one, when Draupadi Swayamvar, Pandavas were in exile at that time. They were in, not in exile, but they were in the forests. They disguised as Brahmanas and they went for Draupadi Swayamvar. At that time, Karna was also there for the Swayamvar along with Duryodhan. They couldn't even lift the bow, forget about hitting. And when Arjun picked up the bow and hit the target correctly and was about to marry Draupadi, he came face off with Arjun at that time. 1-1. And Arjun just defeated him. He didn't know that he's Arjun. Karna didn't know that he's Arjun because he was disguised as a Brahman. And Karna said, nobody can defeat me like this, like you have. So you are definitely not a Brahman, just a Brahman. You seem to be a demigod or something. So he defeated him very badly. Then there was another face-off at Virat Yuddha. When Karna along with Bhishma and Duryodhan went to fight against Virat, king of Virat, his son, where Arjun was disguised as Brahmanalla and he fought against these guys and defeated them single-handedly. So every time he gave that, Bhishma gave a very valid reason that your CV doesn't look good enough, mate. You have not won at all. How can we take you into a higher rank? We can't. So the credentials were not good enough. He was given a fair chance many times. So because he was ranked very low, Karna got angry. And that generally happens with people who have a low self-esteem, unfortunately. You know, although they might be very good, but because they have a low self-esteem, when they are ranked low, their ego is disturbed. You see, because they have internally, they have ranked themselves low. Maybe they are not, but it's their low self-esteem. And he backed out. He said, I will not fight until Bhishma is there. That was his words in Mahabharata. So even though you don't have right credentials, but you want the position, that's not fair enough. So it was not given to him. And he decided not to fight.
Prabhuji, I have a
Okay.
question.
Yes.
Not question, just I'm
Comment.
just
Yes.
wondering. As we discussed Duryodhana in last time, so in future, is there any chance we're going to discuss Karan as well?
Yeah. Yeah. We will discuss many people. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll discuss characters as well. Yeah. So this is a brief about Karna. But is Karna present in the battle now? Just to answer, no, he's not there. Yeah. But he is there in Duryodhan's mind, unfortunately. Yeah. Because what he thought at the time of exhibition, that I can fight with Bhim, no problem. But I need someone to fight against Arjun. So Karna is the one. And that's the reason why he made friendship with him. There was no other reason. So there was a friendship between Duryodhan and Karna, but Duryodhan had a motive behind the friendship. And the motive was that he is a warrior who can fight against Arjun. That is another character of Duryodhan while he is speaking this. So we'll just have a quick look at the slide. I'll share my screen. So this is 1.8. Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
problem.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's come through.
Okay, can you see it? 1.8. So can someone read the translation of the verse 1.8 again? Little louder.
So there are personalities like you, Bhishma, Karna, Kripa, Ashwathama, Vikarna, and son of Somadatta called Bhuriswara Sarava, who are always victorious in battle.
Yeah. So he's taking the names of all the great warriors which are there on his side, and he's considering Karna to be a great warrior who would be a challenge for Arjun. So 1.8 verse also has this aspect of Karna and Arjun. So where is Karna? Is he even there on the battlefield? Who is a better warrior? We just discussed that. Karan versus Arjun. So he was always better. Sorry, I'll just go back. So when there was a fight between Arjun and Karna at the time in the Mahabharata later, Arjun was had an upper hand because Karna had got his wheel of the chariot, as you can see in the picture, got stuck in the mud, and he didn't have weapons at that time to fight against him. So apart from not having good credentials, Karna also had a questionable character with his mindset. This will be explained now. So when there was this fight and Arjun was having an upper hand and Karan's wheel was stuck in the mud, Krishna told Arjun to kill Karna. Arjun said, but this will not be right. It will be a little adharma. Yeah. And at the same time, Karna turned around and he said, don't even think about it. This will be a big black spot on a Kshatriya like you to kill someone who is not even ready to fight. He's trying to get off his wheel, of his chariot so that he can come up and fight with you. So it will be a big black spot on a Kshatriya dharma on you, Arjun. That's the time Krishna answered his question. Krishna said, "Oh Karna, who you are talking about dharma. Where was this dharma, understanding of dharma, when Draupadi was being disrobed and everyone agreed that yes, let's stop this. But you were the one who shouted in front of everyone and said that if there is dharma in this world, it is this. This is the correct thing what Duryodhana is doing. You had loudly supported Duryodhana in that notorious activity of disrobing Draupadi. After that, he gave him one more pastime of his. He said, where was your dharma when you, from the back with your sword, killed Abhimanyu? Not only you included 6 more warriors, and he did not have a weapon in his hand, and you hit him from the back with your sword. And the others also, the rules of the war were one was to fight with one person, a Maharati to fight with one Maharati. And you gathered other people and you killed Abhimanyu. Where was your dharma? If all of that was dharma, then killing you is also dharma. No problem. Arjun, kill him. And that is termed as Shato Shatyam. So if the enemy is evil, if the enemy is wise, we cannot be virtuous and fight with him. We have to come to the level of the enemy and fight. It's not possible to retaliate being virtuous and dharmic with someone who's adharmic. If you see the history, the same things used to happen in India when we had Mughals. So what Mughals used to do is, because the Hindus would keep, cows as very sacred, what they would do, that if there was a fight between Mughals and the Hindus and there will be a river in the middle, they would kill the cows and throw them into the water. So the whole water will be all blood. And if there are soldiers of Hindu soldiers on the other side, they will not drink that water and they will starve of water and they'll become weak and they'll go and attack them. The other instinct they will do is they'll bring cows in the front. When they'll go for war, in front of the army, there will be cows, and Hindus will not kill the cows. And they will go raise above and start killing the soldiers on the other side. So these are tactics. But you cannot treat the adharmi with dharma. That is why Shato Shatyam is very important. So with a wise enemy, you have to come down to the level of wise. That is a bit of Karan and Arjun. So 1.8 describes a few things about Duryodhan's mentality, that he considers Karna to be superior, although he was not, in terms of credentials as well as with the character. So that concludes our discussion today at 1.8. We will further continue on 1.8 next week. But if you have any questions or comments, please ask.
Do you have any question?
No? Okay. So please read the verses which we have read so far. Try to do a bit of reading and understanding of these verses. And we'll continue from 1.8 next week. All right?
Yes.
Thank you very
Prabhuji.
much. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
everyone.